1.5 negative. Well, I want you to hear from Julian Castro. And as far as I'm concerned, they're all Castros in this field now. Fidel. They'd probably take that as a compliment. Julian Castro on CNN yesterday, cut 16. Oh, by the way, and Jake Tapper, of course. He'll probably like it. Go ahead.
If you were elected president, would you undo the Republican tax cut law and raise the corporate tax rate?
Let me stop it. I didn't hear this, but let me stop it. Would he undo that? What kind of a stupid guy is Jake Tapper? This is the guy that says he supports a 90% marginal tax. No, I wouldn't, Jake. As a matter of fact, I think it's great. I like the Republican tax cut. This is the kind of stupid softball questions a fake tapped out gives to a Castro. So if you're elected president, you would what would you do with the Republican tax? He's already said what he would do. Because he's not in favor of taking everybody's health care away and forcing them to pay all their debts and securing the border from illegal aliens. He supports the opposite. Go ahead.
If you were elected president, would you undo the Republican tax cut law and raise the corporate tax rate back up from 21% to 35%?
Oh, Jake.
I absolutely would look at undoing the tax cuts that benefited the super wealthy and benefited corporations.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. Tax cuts, even if they're for mostly the so-called middle class, see, we now use the Marxist class stuff. Because in America, you're not in a class. You can move up and down the economic change. We don't have classes. We don't have caste systems. We don't have groups, but they can't help it. Because in order to be a Marxist, this is what you got to do. You're in that group? No, I'm an individual. You're in that group. But I don't want to be in that. You're in that group. But I'm a unique. No. You conform. You're in that group. This is how you think. This is how you vote. But no more talk. That's who you are. Look at yourself. Well, but between my ears, I don't care. Look at yourself. You belong over there. What, do you sell out? Hey, Castro, the Republican tax cuts, for or against? Well, the super wealthy and the corporations. Yeah, I could repeat this. Couldn't you do this? You can do this yourself at home. Just bang your head against the wall and keep repeating yourself. The super wealthy and the corporations all benefited from the tax cut. We, on the other hand, we don't support the super wealthy. Steyer and who else? Oh, they got a whole zillion of them over there. Soros funds all their groups, but we don't like them, no. We don't like corporations either. And they're all run by lefties, these corporations. Even the Koch brothers, look at them now. They're lobbying the White House for amnesty. They were taking the lead on the prison break. They're weak on national security. They're not with us anymore. And all those millionaires who are going to these events with them, shame on you too. Shame on you too. We need real conservatives now, not goofy radical libertarians. Look at this. We got bipartisanship between the radical libertarians and the radical leftists. Imagine that. No, don't imagine that. It's happening. I've told you many times on the political spectrum, it's not a straight line. It's more of a circle. And when you go down the circle, I'm not talking about in the circle, go down the circle. We're there. In the middle. At the bottom. We are constitutionalists. We're not rightists. We're not leftists. We are constitutionalists. And by defending the Constitution, oh, you must be on the alt-right. What? You must be a right-winger. You must be a fascist. You must be defined by the left. No, I believe in liberty and natural law and faith and family and hey! Just don't use he or she. And by the way, don't say I can't use the girls' bathroom if I'm a boy either. The whole world. All right, go ahead, please.
We also, as you know, Jake, we're going to have to look at other things, other ways of raising revenue. But I have said very clearly that I believe that it's worth it. I believe that in this nation...
Wait, it's worth what? These guys who are politicians, most of whom have never been in the private sector, never created a job. Listen, I believe it's worth it. You believe what's worth it? Stealing money from other people and giving it to people who will vote for me. I believe it's worth it. I really do. You know, stealing has its benefits. It's very compassionate. It's something that we like to do. And go ahead.
The wealthiest nation on earth. There is no reason.
Why are we the wealthiest nation on earth? With all the isms going on around here, according to Kamala Harris, we got isms here, isms there, isms everywhere. But we're the wealthiest nation on the earth, even though we cut taxes just for trillionaires. Even though our big corporations should all be shut down. We're the wealthiest nation on the face of the earth. How come Fake Tapped Out doesn't say, why are we the wealthiest nation on the face of the earth? Can you explain that to me? You know, if you're in a debate with why are we the wealthiest nation? Because we're socialists? Why? Because of the centralized federal government? Why are we the wealthiest nation on the face of the earth? You know, we're the wealthiest nation on the face of the earth, so we must be able to steal as much money as possible from the private sector to give to us in government so we can redistribute wealth and decide what fair is. Go ahead.
Should go without health care when they need it.
Nobody goes without health care when they need it, unless you're on Obamacare. When you need it especially. You ever try that, Mr. Producer? Oh, my Lord, you got to be on the phone forever. Look, I need a specialist here. What are you, bronze? You gold? You silver? What are you? Well, I'm not in that bronze. Wow, goodbye. Press 1 for English, 2 for Spanish. Now, you go without health care if you're part of Obamacare. I know people who've had to suffer through this. They act like they're providing health care. They're not providing anything. The VA, you either get a good hospital or a bad hospital, but you can't move until they pass this law, which Trump pushed. Why? Because you're introducing competition, market system, capitalism and liberty. Look at that. According to the left, we need an antitrust division to make sure that we have multiple companies producing toasters. But when it comes to health care, Medicare for all. Well, wait a minute. I don't get it. Toasters, Medicare for all. Oh. Well, that doesn't seem right. There's a Castro. But as I said, they're all Castros on the left right now.